talk about this water main break.
Hey, Sue, morning, everybody. 8:02. What a mess. You think you're having a bad start to the morning. Let's go to North Philadelphia, 4th and Berks. Look at this massive water main break that's engulfed the entire neighborhood. And even this SUV, which looks like its entire front end is swallowed up by what would be the crater caused by this massive break. Now, you go to Google and you look up 4th and Berks, and 3/4 of these homes, especially the ones on the left, aren't even on the Google Maps. That whole stretch on the right, also not on the maps. Those new homes on the left and right are not on the maps. This is an area that has been new construction at every block, at every turn. And now, of course, the water, this is coming down 4th Street onto Berks. Tommy Beck, you're live. And again, we saw some folks trying to walk across the street. I really wouldn't suggest that. I know folks are going to try to get out, but you don't know what's underneath that water. And again, with a lot of construction, a lot of debris, here comes a big old box truck here coming through. Firefighters on the scene, and the water department there as well. They had their maps out trying to find the valve to turn off this massive break. So that's on one end. This is at 4th and Berks. Let's go to Steve. Steve Keeley, you're at the opposite end there. What do you see, buddy?
Well, if you ever stood under the Townsend Inlet Bridge where the bay and the ocean meet at the tip of Sea Isle or Avalon, that's the sound this is. Getting drowned out by the helicopters that are like the banner planes, but this water is coming out of the ground right here, and this Chevy Tahoe driver, according to witnesses I talked to, he's standing there on that dry bit of the sidewalk in the mechanic suit. He made a right turn. The police were saying don't drive through this, but just like these large SUV owners drive in the snow, thought he could get above the water. What he didn't see is what Bob just talked about, the ground underneath, and that's when this front end with the heavy engine sunk into the ground. Now we're all watching this Toyota Camry parked, ready to sink in next as the ground keeps giving way. And I know that because I'm seeing big chunks of rock and all that mud that supports the road coming up. And there's a homeowner coming out of the house. All these newly built houses, Philadelphia homes, all have basements. So you can imagine the flood in the basements. A lot of these houses are under construction. In fact, this man may have been working on the construction and coming to work here along this street. But the water certainly has not been turned off. It is really gushing out of there right where we are, about 35 feet away. And we're not staying in the water. There's dry spots. In fact, I have my own little boardwalk here from the construction crews. You can see this very heavy thing. So this is kind of a good vantage point, but the police are asking everybody to get back as well. Now, I talked to a Philadelphia Gas Works official, and he said because this is a new road with new construction on this old road, they put in new steel lines along the sidewalk. The gas lines used to run along the water lines. If it was the old way, he said we'd be in trouble, but nobody smells gas, and that is a positive thing here because I remember the strong scent of natural gas when we had that water main over on 56th Street in West Philadelphia just a couple of months ago. So we're going to get out of the way here and let people do their work and get this job done. But boy, what a gusher this is, and you can only imagine the millions of gallons that are flowing out of this pipe here. And why it burst, who knows? We usually only see these when the pipes freeze in the winter, and now we're getting them year-round, and some real devastating water main breaks here in Philadelphia. And we know how old the pipes are and the water system is here. Alex Thomas, you have seen these so many times, and they seem to be coming more frequently these days. And it's odd that it's around the new construction where they actually are doing some infrastructure work underground, knowing that they need to support all these new homes and new residents moving into these streets in these rehab neighborhoods.
Yeah, certainly far too many of these. Usually it's with the temperature change, but we'll find out what caused this one here. It's going to take quite some time. We appreciate that, Steve, and Bob as well. We'll get another update in just a bit.